on, roll off. Let's just roll.
Where are we going to?
Where are we going?
Autobots.
I don't know. You tell us.
Roll out.
Let's roll right on up to the results from this week. What do you say? There's not a whole lot to look at, really, but
some shit went down today. Some stuff went down today.
Thank you, man. Not even half a minute. Not even half a minute.
Family friendly here.
Family friendly. Where to start? I think the best place. I think the best duel that we got this weekend or this week, I guess, would be Bedlam. Or no, definitely Ohio State Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's the best duel.
This is the best duel.
Hey, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Yeah, give him a second.
Give him a second.
Also, just tell. Let's just talk about the duel.
Let's run through it real quick, right? Ohio State took out Pittsburgh 20-17, which I don't think most people.
Always such a. It feels like it's always kind of tight.
Dude, yeah, and
didn't they beat Ohio State one year?
There was one year where they beat Ohio State, and it was very unexpected. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Pretty sure they beat Ohio State last year, didn't they?
Was it last year? I don't know if it was last year.
Or within 2 years. It was recent.
Let me try and...
Because Mendez got beat by...
Cole Matthews. Was that the same duel?
I thought it was. Maybe it's not. I might be confused.
You might be mixing things there.
Wasn't that last year?
Yeah, that was last year. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I think
Ohio State won
that happened, but they still won that duel. So I'm trying to pull up the results right now.
Maybe they won when Nino was champ. That feels right.
Sammy, you want me to tell you a secret? You can find all the results on Track Wrestling. It's real simple.
Okay, run me through it here. I'm going to trackwrestling.com right now. Let's educate the people on how to find quick dual results on Track Wrestling.
Okay, go to browse.
I'm there.
Hit seasons. Okay, go to last season. Hit more seasons. Go to 23-24. College men.
23-24 college men. Governing body NCAA.
You got it.
Log in.
No, don't hit. Yeah. You can hit log in. It's fine. I say enter.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Now I'm going to hit Control F to find Pittsburgh.
No. Hit teams.
Now I'm going to find Pittsburgh.
Or Ohio State. Either one.
Whichever one comes first. I have passed both of them. All right, here we are. Pittsburgh, Ohio State. Pittsburgh won 21-13 last year.
My brain is the greatest!
Yep. Camacho beat Brendan McCrone. Cole Matthews beat Jesse Mendez. Holden Heller beat Isaac Wilcox. Reese Heller beat Gavin Hoffman. Max Stout beat Luke Giac. And Dayton Pitzer beat Hogan Swensky. So.
That was a good duel.
Yeah. But this year, there are some things to look at. But my results page has frozen on me.
This guy is struggling.
So I think the most notable thing is obviously Sammy Sasso losing, right? Yep, Sasso lost a 13-11 match. This is I feel like this happened earlier in the year where he.
Is that a silent laugh, Ryan? You're laughing at the gunshot victim. Hey,
I was laughing at you, Reese.
I would like to make it clear, for the record, Ryan thinks...
You're laughing at the gunshot victim?
He thinks gun violence is cool. And I do not think so. I have to disagree with you. I disagree. Let it be known.
Gun violence on animals is cool. That's it, Reese. Only animals that you eat.
Only the cool ones.
Dogs are cool.
This is
no gun violence.
You're right. I meant the ugly ones. Only the ugly ones.
This is definitely an interesting duel because Ohio State won the first 5 matches. They won 125 through 157. They got a major and a tech at 33 and 41 respectively. And then that was ultimately the difference maker because Pitt won 65, 74, 84, 97 in heavyweight, and they got a tech fall in the finals. So the difference maker, 57 was a major decision for Ohio State as well. So that was your difference maker right there. Oh, and 25 was a major. But yeah, Sammy Sasso losing to Jared Kessler. I feel like this happened earlier in the year where he went down big. Like he gave up a lot of points and then was behind and just had to come back. So,
Derek
I
Fields
don't know
at
if
Cliff King.
Not strong enough for the
yes,
weight class, fellas.
yeah.
We all talked about that last week.
We did.
Not strong
Actually,
enough.
I'm not gonna lie.
Getting
So
weaker. Getting weaker by the match.
That's
I was listening to last week's episode because Katie was telling me that the audio sounded weird, and then like you could hear me, but you couldn't hear other people, and then sometimes you couldn't hear me, but you could hear you guys. It sounded fine, by the way. But
so what's she smoking?
it's her. I think her car just plays audio in a weird way. I think it tries to do it like in this immersive room filling way, and it's like, dude, we're in a car. Just play the sound. But yeah, I mean, so I think for Sammy Sasso, the idea should be weather the storm, slow things down, stay conventional for the first 2-3 minutes, and then after that, wrestle. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's a bad idea too. I don't know.
What do you know?
Exactly. But the rest of this duel was pretty much chalk. D'Amelio showed up. He wrestled this duel. Is this his season debut?
Emilio. He didn't
I don't
wrestle
know if
last
he's
week.
wrestled before this.
I guess he didn't wrestle last week, did he? He wasn't there.
He did not wrestle at the CKLV. I know that. But I feel like he might have wrestled in some of the duels earlier this year. He's 8-0. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, all the ranked wrestlers, aside from Sammy Sasso, the ranked wrestlers or higher ranked wrestlers all won their matches. Reese Heller had a tough one with Seth Shoemate, so maybe Shoemate's going to be the guy for the Buckeyes this season. Ryder Rogotsky was wrestling up at 197. Are they gonna? Why would they do that?
What do you mean?
But has he redshirted already?
Ryder?
Yeah.
He was a true freshman last year.
So now he's not redshirting this year.
He's not?
Like, you can't, right?
When has he wrestled?
He just wrestled in this duel. He just wrestled up at 197.
Oh, Rogotsky did? Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe Geog's hurt.
Must be, right?
Has Geog wrestled at all this year?
Yeah, he wrestled last week. Interesting. Is it Geog or Geog?
I don't know.
Oh, he did get injured
Geog?
against. He got injured against Evan Bates at the CKLV, so that's probably what happened, right? But I guess maybe Ragazzi's going for it. I don't know. Okay.
They did say that he was going to be a 97 eventually.
I don't know though. Looking at him, does he feel like he
could felt.
He just feels it doesn't feel right.
He's pretty lanky, isn't he?
I don't know if he's that lanky. I know his brother. His brother's not for sure. His brother's dropping down to 74. Well, already has. Has wrestled 74 this year.
Yeah, well.
Brothers are different, though. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next duel we can take a look at is Bedlam, Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. This was David Taylor's first Bedlam, and
I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to go ahead and say it. It should have been 10-0 in matches.
Yep. So Oklahoma State won 35-3. The one match result that OU won was Willie McDougald beating Carter Young in rideouts. There's a lot to talk about in that match. So why don't you get us started?
Officiating was poor. Piss poor.
Yeah.
How are you going to call? How are you not going to hit Willie McDougald for stalling not one time in regulation? Not one time. And he took 2 shots, I think. One legit one. and maybe another half one. And Carter got in on the legs how many times?
Right.
I mean, Willie used the hardwood to his advantage,
Right.
and you know what? Kudos to him. Really, he had a good game plan. It was the referee. The referee lost all control of that match.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Carter Young was up.
The second stall call should have never been called ever.
Right. So Carter Young was up 6-4 in the third period and got hit with stalling twice to send it into overtime in 10 seconds. To send it into overtime 6-6. Nothing happens in the first 2 minutes of overtime. No, they don't score on each other.
Willie gets hit for stalling, and the referee being as dumb as he is, already thinks he hit Willie sometime in regulation, which he didn't. So he gives the 1 point to Carter, trying to give Carter the win. And it's like, no, dude, that's his first stalling. Did you not see that?
No.
Yeah.
No. So I didn't get the chance to actually watch this match.
It's Willie for his first stalling, gives Carter his one, whatever, not supposed to. And Carter takes his stuff off, and then the ref or the OU coaches are like, that's his first warning. And yeah.
Okay.
Another thing. And I didn't know that there was not another period on your feet anymore.
That's been the rule for 2-3 years now.
No.
Yeah.
It's
no more second overtime.
So how long has it been the 2-minute overtime period, Sammy?
2 or 3 years?
No.
Wait, 3 or 4.
Season.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that was the case when I was my last year of college. I'm pretty sure.
This is the second, maybe the third season that they've done the 2-minute overtime.
Definitely
period.
more than 2 seasons, bro. We've definitely had that longer than 2 years.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Well, when did they get rid of the second overtime period on your feet then?
They revamped the overtime system like all at the same time, where they put 2 minutes on your feet, and then it's just 30-second rideouts if the riding time.
I feel like I'm still seeing kids go to their feet afterwards.
Dude, that's what I thought. I thought, yeah, that was still a thing.
You still see kids go to their feet afterwards.
After the rideouts. Even with
the riding time advantage, you still see them go to another period on their feet.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, it's super rare. Like if you get two rideouts, 2 full 30-second rideouts, or
no, Sammy, even when they don't do that.
Even when someone has the riding time criteria or whatever, I've still seen them go into the 1 minute.
Not supposed to, at least. It's not supposed to be the case.
I mean, even my boss was even confused. He was even like, I thought they were going another one on their feet too, and it looked like that's what Carter thought.
No, this has been the rule for a couple of seasons.
I didn't realize that they had gotten rid of the second on your feet overtime either.
Yeah,
but it definitely feels like
it hasn't been. I'm telling you, it hasn't.
It definitely feels like the 2-minute has been around for at least 3 seasons. I don't know. Now I don't know.
Maybe 3.
Yeah.
No more than 3.
Let me see if I can give you guys an exact time of when this all changed. In the meantime, how did you feel about Carter Young's decision to go underneath?
That's what I'm saying. That's my point.
Okay, what's your point?
I think he thought he would be okay if he got ridden out.
Oh.
I think he thought he was going to another period on his feet, so he was fine going underneath if he got ridden out.
Dude, I feel like it's an all-star classic. I feel like Zach Bronigal and Stephen Little went and did 2 overtimes on their feet. I don't know, but maybe not. But that's what I feel like.
I'm really trying to get you guys the answers for when this rule change happened.
Speaking of, this is maybe too far off subject, but it is related to overtime, rideouts, blah, blah, blah. Tad Forsyth, you know who Tad Forsyth is, right?
Kansas kid?
This kid, as much as I don't really like the way he wrestles, he is really, really good and just really slippery and tough to take down. and tough to score on in general.
Did he win it this weekend?
No, he lost to a guy who was very good. That went into ultimate tiebreaker, and he ended up locking his hands, Tad on top.
Oh.
Yeah. So, dude, he would time. What he was doing was he was timing the stand up. He timed the stand up, and he would like lock and just cinch as tight as possible. And he must have timed it too quickly. I couldn't really tell. But dude, this kid was definitely like, I would say, better than him, and he just, he's really good at finding a way. He's probably spent 30 seconds before the start of the tiebreaker pleading with the officials and the coaches to wipe his opponent, like wipe his arms. But
Tad's arms?
No, wipe the other dude's arms.
Oh, Tad was okay.
He was like looking all around, but they were like, nah.
Yeah, okay. So I have your answer here. This was posted November 5th, 2021, and it's about the 2-minute overtime rule change, as well as let me just read what it says. Matches tied at the end of the first 2-minute sudden victory will go to the same tiebreaker pattern of 2 30-second periods. Any wrestler with a riding time advantage, even a second of riding time advantage, will be declared the winner after the first tiebreaker if neither wrestler has scored a point. And then if it's still tied and there's no advantage, then they will move forward with 1 minute of sudden victory.
So it is still there is still a second.
If there is no riding time advantage,
right?
Yes.
Which that's always been the rule for forever.
For forever, yeah. I mean, dude, a wrestling match could go on for literally forever.
I watched a college wrestling match go into multiple overtimes because the two dudes kept riding each other out.
They don't have tiebreakers at all, ever.
No.
Oh.
No, Reese, listen, okay?
I know what you're saying. I thought they had an ultimate tiebreaker still.
No. You just go until someone has a riding time advantage or until someone has a point advantage.
Yeah.
So this was decided the summer of 2021. So the first season that happened was 21-22, which was my last season of college.
I thought you just said November 21. Wouldn't that make it to 20? So
that's the 20,
22, 23.
This is like an article breaking down the rule changes that they enacted in the previous summer.
So it's been there for 3 seasons. This is the fourth season.
The 22, 23, 24 season. So it's been there for 3 seasons. Yes.
That's what I said.
Oh, that's what we said. And you said no, that we didn't, that wasn't the case.
I thought it was 2. My bad. I was off by a year.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so that was the one match that Oklahoma State dropped to Oklahoma. Controversy involved in it, of course. Aside from that, I mean, I think the next closest match was Dean Hamady taking out Gavin Sachs 4-0.
Yeah, I mean, did you watch any of it, Sammy?
No,
any
I did not.
The wrestling?
Not this duel. No.
Oh, I mean, OU's team, their entire game plan was, hey, keep the match as close as you possibly can, and try to win it at the end.
That's annoying.
That's what every single one of their guys tried to do, except for Cleveland Belton. Cleveland Belton.
I saw that. That was a great. I watched the first 30 seconds of that match and the last 30 seconds of that match, and that was great. So,
yep.
I mean, that's
Gavin Sachs got in on the legs 0 times on 0 shots. By the way,
that's annoying. And Tate Piccolo's down at 165.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, like I said, kept it close, and then until the third, got tired, and Amin opened up, and
Cam Amin opened up. He's not Will Luan. Thank God.
Dude, okay. So people saying that he is the new Will. He's always
there was a narrative.
Will Luan. He has always been the same as Will Luan. I don't know why people
always.
Always. Since the start of his college career, he has been Will Luan.
No. Let's look at the stats.
Pull the stats.
Not even close. There's no one else like Will Luan.
Okay.
I can't.
The man who lives and dies off winning by 2-1 matches, even in the 3-point takedown era.
He had one season of 3-point takedowns.
I'm just saying, and he still wouldn't try to go get him.
Dude, I promise you, Cam Amin
would score on his feet way more than Will Luan.
Okay.
Way more.
Okay, let's go back to his first season.
Will Luan isn't beating guys like Alex Marinelli 2-1.
I think Cam Amin is definitely better than Will Lewan, but he still wins like Will Lewan wins.
No.
Yes.
He scores more points than Will.
So Cam Amin in his first season got 1 tech fall, 1 major, 3 pins, and the rest were all decisions. 3-2, 5-2, 3-1, 7-3, 9-3, 7-1, 2-0, 6-2. So I mean, really, there's nothing crazy about that.
How many of them were 1-point wins? Look at Will Lewan's 1-point wins, overtime wins, 1-point losses, overtime losses. You're never going to find another guy like that.
We'll need to send this information over to our quant division and have them take care of this because I can't.
I will cede, Ryan, that Will Lewan is more of what he is more of a 1-point winner, but Cam Amin is not. There is nothing new about what Cam Amin is doing this season. He's done what he's doing this season throughout his college career. He is not the new Will Lewan. He has always been Cam Amin.
I actually vehemently disagree. I think he was better earlier in his career, and since last year, he's kind of gone a little bit. He's regressed a little bit.
No, that's what I think. I think he beat better guys, but he's always been a defensive, very boring wrestler.
So yeah, last year was the year where he didn't look the same, right? I think there was maybe injury involved, whatever the deal was. And the season before that, I think we kind of started to see some of this tightness behind his offense, and he was very stingy. He did not give up takedowns, and just things were very close. This year, I think it's a little bit better. I think he's had tiebreaker, sudden victory, decision in 3 majors. So, but I think the CKLV in that performance where he had like 3 straight overtime matches doesn't really help him. But I don't think I think you have Will Lewan up here.
I mean, he is
his case of not being like guy who
he is that
wrestled
guy.
1 exchange matches.
He's 100. He's not that guy.
There's no one like Will Lewan. There just isn't.
Okay, so you're disagreeing that he is not the Will. You're saying he's not the new Will Lewan.
Every
there will never be another Will Lewan.
Okay, that's what I'm also saying, that he's not the new Will Lewan. I'm saying he is Cam Amin.
That's not what you were saying, though.
I'm saying he is. Yeah, it is. It's what I've said.
No, you were saying he was Will Lewan at the beginning of this argument.
He's always been like Will Lewan. He's always been. He is not the Will Lewan. Sure, he's certainly not the new Will Lewan, but he has always been a defensive, 1-score, like win kind of guy.
Every masterpiece has its cheap imitation, right?
Yeah, I mean, even though Cam Amin is probably better, you could argue than Will Lewan.
I was talking about the art of winning 1 exchange matches. So yeah. And I think Will Lewan was masterful at that.
Kyle Dake is closer to Will Lewan than any of them.
Interesting. I don't agree with that.
Oh, go see his result against Martin, his senior year at NCAA's. I believe it was the first round or maybe second round of NCAA tournament.
Against who?
Not Miles Martin.
Mark
Martin. Was it Mark?
The Ohio State Mark Martin?
Yes. Was that his name? I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember what his first name was.
I don't know how to find this match, but I will try.
2012? 13. NCAA tournament.
Okay. Take a little trip down memory lane. I don't think I was at this one, though. No, I definitely wasn't. 165. We had Kyle Dake. He wrestled Mark Martin. He won it 3-0.
3-0. My bad. I thought it was 1. Pretty sure it was 1-0 for most of the match until the very end. Or excuse me, 0-0. And then Dake got an escape.
He had it right out.
And Martin picked neutral. No one was picking bottom against Kyle Dake, unless you were David Taylor.
Oh, I get. Yeah, I forgot that he was just a brutal. He would not.
You know who is not a good rider, or at least to Dake's level, Will won. Kyle Dake, not Will won.
Who was as prolific as a rider as Kyle Dake?
That's what that's. But you said Kyle Dake was more like Will won.
AJ Ferrari.
He's closer than Cam Amin? No.
For sure.
One went to Cornell. The other two went to Michigan. They're closer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There you go.
You're talking about academic
Checkmate.
prestige. They're both academic prestigious schools, idiot.
Hey.
Whoa.
Hey. Checkmate.
No, you're not checkmating me, actually.
Yeah, your king is done. Your king is cooked.
How? In what way?
Well,
in what way?
He cannot move.
He's moving here and here and here. I've got all these moves. What are you talking about? I've got all these moves.
Okay. Another duel we can look at before, because I know we want to talk about. Well, I guess we can get into that when we get into that duel. But
What
Penn
duel?
State, the Iowa State duel. Penn State beat Wyoming today, 54-0. That's 6 points away from
Perfect duel.
a perfect score. They went tech fall,
Did
pin,
Did
major,
Volk and
tech
Lildahl
fall.
wrestle?
No, pin, tech fall. So Volk didn't wrestle. The word is that he got injured wrestling Spratley.
Aren't they missing
However
somebody
long
else?
ago that was. I
Novak?
think
Novak.
Yeah, Novak. Novak didn't wrestle. But this, I was hoping for a couple of interesting matches, particularly the one at 125. This was just ugly.
You watched the duel?
I was keeping up with it on Twitter. But, dude, I mean, because they can probably get a pin at 65 and 285 and maybe 133. And then it's just getting a pin at 25 and changing the major at 57 to a pin. That's, I mean, because Wyoming's not a bad team either. This Penn State team is scary. Currently, they are 16-7, 3-2, 3-1, 2-1, 6-2 on the rankings.
Damn.
I mean,
better than last year's team.
I think they're going to break the scoring record.
They're gonna break their own record?
I think they're going to do it.
I don't know,
dude. So it's really going to come down. I think it's going to come down to bonus, yes, and then do they have these guys that are 1 and 2? Are they going to make the finals, and are they going to win?
Don't you? I feel like it'll just really come down to their bottom two weights, how they perform.
Lildahl and Davis.
Yeah.
if they can break the record.
Yeah.
Right.
I think the other weights. I think you're gonna. You should know what you're gonna get out of those weights.
Yeah, Josh Barr is still a little bit of a question for me. They have him up at 6, and I mean, yeah, he beat Michael Beard. Beard has been a kind of a volatile guy in the past,
Not last year.
Wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, up until he was pretty good up until NCAA's, and he didn't perform up to par at NCAA's.
Okay.
I mean, he only lost to Buchanan, and who else did he lose to?
So yeah, last year he lost to Trent Hindley in the regular season, and then at NCAA's he lost to Rocky Elam, Stephen Buchanan, and Stephen Little.
Oh, a little match, not great, but not bad.
No, not bad, not bad.
Yeah, but you would just expect. I don't know.
I agree.
I thought Beard, was gonna kind of be like by now at least like in the running.
Right, because last year also he took out Cardenas. He almost majored him in the duel, and then he beat him at EIWAs. And Cardenas ends up outplacing him at NCAAs. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Beard was like, I put it all together last year, and then everything fell apart at the end of the year. So I'm just not worried about being perfect throughout the year, and so he's going to be a little off kilter at the beginning of the season, and things are going to round into form later on. I don't know. That's all speculation.
That was only like the third time he's been majored or something like that. Or the third time he's been bonused.
He's given up bonus. Yeah,
Josh Barr.
That was Beard.
Beard.
Yeah, Beard losing to Barr, right?
Yeah, it was only the third time.
That's pretty dang impressive. Yeah, I am looking through here. Oh my goodness. I think that's is that what, the third time or the only time?
The third. Because Buchanan bonused him and hit Hidley.
Oh, yeah.
Bonused him.
Did Hidley bonus him?
I think he might have.
Okay, yeah, he did. Okay, so both of the other bonuses were last year. Okay. But before that, hadn't given up a bonus point loss, that's pretty crazy. Okay. Yeah, that's Penn State. They
Tough cookie to crack,
Yeah. Some news from CSU Bakersfield, Michigan State. Bakersfield won. They won their duel against Michigan State, which for not a team that's well known to beat a Big Ten team.
I'm glad we're bringing this up. Sorry, Sam. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
You're good.
What publication has AJ Ferrari ranked number 1? Because I haven't seen any.
I think it's Intermat.
Oh, they do?
I think so.
I thought they had Buchanan as well. Number 1.
I mean, they might have changed it after CKLV. What were you going to say about it?
Well, I was like, their social media, Bakersfield social media had them ranked number 1, and I was like, I don't know of any publications that have them ranked number 1.
It is Intermat. Intermat still has it. But yeah, so CSU Bakersfield beat Michigan State 21-14. AJ Ferrari goes out and he gets a major. He looks good. He looks healthy. And I mean, Cal State, they won 6 matches to 4 and just kind of took it to this Michigan State team. So
Michigan State's going to drop the program.
I'm just going to say no to that.
Okay.
They're a Big Ten team, so I'm gonna.
Doesn't matter. They invited schools in without wrestling programs.
I don't care.
Sounds like Wisconsin.
The door's been open.
Not looking good for Wisconsin right now.
I know. One of those two teams are going to be the first domino. I'm telling you.
Sammy,
you guys are making me feel bad.
Bumming Sammy out.
You remember what you did to me earlier, like 2 months ago or a month ago?
Yeah. It'll all be okay. It'll all be okay.
Don't put me back there, please.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Let's move on to Iowa State taking out North Dakota State 27-12. I think this was a weird duel because we didn't see a lot of the expected guys for Iowa State. And I'm kind of wondering what's up with that. And Christian Carroll lost. Right. I know Echemendia's hurt. Is Frost hurt as well?
Evan? I thought they both wrestled. Only Jacob wrestled?
Only Jacob.
Maybe he's giving him the day off.
Osmani Diversent took out Kyle Berwick. I think is this Berwick's third school?
It is.
How is Berwick still around?
Right. I thought last year was his last season. I thought he did the thing where he transferred from Wisconsin to Nebraska. He's like, I can't wrestle my final season of wrestling because
graduated.
My old school wouldn't release me, and so he graduated, but he still got eligibility. So he's still wrestling in a different school because. Okay. All right. Yeah. So Evan Frost didn't wrestle at 133. We know Echemendia's hurt at 49, so he didn't wrestle. Cody Chittum made his start at 157. He was losing 6-3, and then hit a little cement mixer to get the pin.
Whoa. Got a takedown, tied it up 6-6, ran out front, hit the mixer, pinned him.
My apologies. It was tied 6-6, and then pinned him. Manny Rojas made his start at 165 and lost that match.
Defeated.
Aiden Riggins got defeated. What?
And got defeated, I said.
Oh, and got defeated. 174, Aiden Riggins was wrestling. Who do they normally have at 184? Bachman, right?
Oh, Riggins was up at 70 or up at 84?
No. Riggins wrestled 74. And then they had Nando Villascusa at 84. Interesting. I don't know. And then Christian Carroll lost at 197.
Well, I think it's safe to say sell. Sell
your stock?
Yes.
I sold it the moment he transferred.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
I'll be honest with you. I'm starting to think he didn't transfer because he didn't agree with the coaching change. He transferred because he wasn't going to beat Luke Serber.
It's like, I'm not starting. Guys, I'm going to leave.
Probably true.
I mean, Luke did beat him at CKLV. It was only a 1-point match, but...
Yeah. Those are always weird matches. Okay. Kellen March. How old is he?
He should be a senior this year, right? He's not that old.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. Anytime I see a name that's there that was around when I was around, I'm saying get out of there. You're done. Yeah, and then Cal Baptist took out West Virginia, and that's
Whoa, that is a big one.
Yep. So both Cal Baptist and CSU Bakersfield both got wins. So Cal Poly just has to round it out. I don't know when they're wrestling, but yeah, nothing. And the thing is there's not really. I guess Strickenberger getting pinned in overtime. That actually flipped the duel completely. So, but aside from that, nothing crazy result wise from this duel.
Nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy. I did. Oh, okay. So I completely forgot to talk about the Cyclone Shuffle, as you guys are coining it.
You guys,
or who's trademarking this?
I mean, I said it.
Okay, I didn't know if
I
you heard
was
it.
trying to decide if I wanted to go with shuffle or slide, though. What's better?
I like the Cyclone Shuffle because the Cyclone Slide sounds like you lost in the semis and you're a Cyclone and you just always are going to take the slide.
All right, we'll stick with shuffle.
I like Shuffle more. Okay, so for the people that don't know what the Cyclone Shuffle is, the expectation is that the Cyclones at 49 and 57, which are Anthony Etchemendia and Panero Johnson, are going to drop down to 41 and 49. And then Cody Jittum shuffles into 57. So I don't know if that's the case anymore.
I just assumed when you said Cyclone Shuffle, you were talking about a tournament.
No, that sounds like a Cyclone Shuffle or the Cyclone Scuffle. Those are your two options. But I feel like Shuffle would be, I don't know, it just feels like more fun.
Sounds great, yeah.
It's a dance. It's a dance, boys.
Yeah. Okay, so it's obvious that Cody Chittum is coming back and he's going to wrestle 157. So you can pretty easily assume Panero Johnson is going to come down to 49. But I don't think that necessarily means that we'll see Etchemendia down at 41.
Why? He's already talked about possibly going down to 41.
Yes, but what about the possibility?
It's more likely he goes down to 41 than Panero comes down to 49.
What about the possibility that Etchemendia received a season-ending injury at the CKLB?
You think his ankle's that messed up?
I don't know. I didn't see the result after. I didn't see if he was being carried off the mat or if he could limp off. So I don't really know what things look like. But I mean, if it's okay, I'm trying to recover from this injury, depending on the severity, and I'm trying to drop down another 8 pounds. Those don't go well together. So take a medical red shirt, right? I don't know.
Whatever.
I don't know.
And I feel so shaky about this team. I feel so shaky about this team because we still haven't seen their heavyweight wrestle yet. And so it's when is this? He did wrestle. But when are all these pieces going to come together?
They're not coming together this season.
Isn't this his senior year? Isn't this a lot of their?
But the pieces are not coming together. That's
they're just not going to come together, right?
Well, when you say that, are you mean get everybody healthy for the season?
Yeah, I just don't feel like they're ever going to be able to have their best lineup.
They're not, probably.
I don't know. To me, that sucks.
That's how I see it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then this was a thing that you guys wanted to talk about a while ago because they had been consistently having poor results, and Reese, you alluded to it earlier. And I want to talk about it without addressing the long-term implications of it, but what's going on up at Wisconsin?
I don't know. What do you mean? Same old.
Dude, it's bad this year.
They got Zan the man.
Zan the man.
I mean, it's
Zan
we've talked
Fugit.
about it off air before. You want to talk about it on air?
I don't mind.
I mean, everyone says the problem is Bono.
Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah,
That's
why
what
are
the
we
people
even
say.
bringing this up?
I don't know. That's
Because
what I mean,
because it's weird to see a team that okay, you had Chris Bono at SDSU where things were going really well. He was bringing this program that was, you know, it predates my common knowledge of the college field, but it felt like he was lifting SDSU up into a higher echelon. And then he takes that and leverages it into a position as a head coach at a Big Ten school. And so you go up in these resources, and you already have a pretty well established culture. It seemed like he was able to get crowds and get events like going pretty well. They were jumping around and everything. But Ryan, what?
what's the
Go
biggest
ahead.
difference between the two institutions, Sammy? One school can accept
Um,
lesser academia, while the other school, is tougher to get into.
okay. So you think that's part of the problem?
I don't think he's recruiting the same kids to Wisconsin that he was recruiting to SDSU because he can't.
Hmm. Okay. So you think that's one of the bigger blockers? And
Yeah.
and and I have I've had personal experience where guys have talked to me about because like they transferred out of Wisconsin. They're like, yeah, I just did not agree with the culture that Bono was raising around this program. But which I mean, that always happens with pretty much every program that goes through a coaching change. So I was like, okay, take this with a grain of salt because Bono was able to do what he did at SDSU. Hopefully, things can look a similar way at Wisconsin. But so this year, they have lost to Ohio, they have lost to Rider, and they have lost to Lock Haven. They've beaten Bucknell and they've beaten Bloomsburg. Um, I guess,
They
and I
beat
think
two
another
teams that are
thing,
going through coaching changes in the middle of coaching changes.
yeah, Bucknell is. I didn't know Bucknell was.
Well, Bucknell's coach left for Bloomsburg.
Oh, that
John
explains it.
Stutzman.
Yep.
Oh no, that was Buffalo. Whoops. No, it was
Okay.
Bucknell.
Was it?
I can't remember. Maybe it was Buffalo. I can't remember
I think
anymore.
it was Buffalo. Okay, and then I was looking through their roster. I think it's pretty young. They have no seniors and then 3 juniors that are the starters. So they've got a young team. I think things can develop for them. I don't think this is like
Is Amos on the roster still?
Amos is on the roster. He's listed as a redshirt right now at heavyweight.
I hope he
Well,
leaves.
wrestle stat. You hope he leaves? Wait,
We've
why?
abandoned
Hang on.
hope, Sammy. Abandon all
Hang on.
hope. Get
No,
Chris
no, no,
Bono
no.
out there, and then we can feel better about the program.
Huh?
Okay. Okay. And so, do you think that there is any merit behind? Because there have been conversations or discussions about the idea
No
that
merit. I already know where you're going with this.
I know. Keep going. I know.
Bono and his relationship with Ben Askren.
Oh, that's not where I thought you were going with that.
Okay. All right.
Any merit?
I think-
Yeah, yes.
I mean,
The
yeah.
opposite of what I said.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Okay.
where he messed up, right? Was burning a bridge there.
Yeah. I don't know.
Imagine his team last year. If
Yeah,
he
I mean,
has,
that's a pipe dream too. That's a pipe dream team.
is it though? You
I
have the
don't.
right relationship. You have the right relationship with Ben Askren as the head coach of the University of Wisconsin, and then he starts helping you, feeding you his best guys.
Yeah, but
That's a pipe
I mean,
dream. How's that a pipe dream?
I think that'll get you 1 or 2 of them. I don't think that's going to land you all of the Askren Wrestling Academy kids.
I'm not saying all of them, but the elite guys. It's like, hey, help me bring an NCAA title to the state of Wisconsin. Give me these guys. Help me push these guys to come to me.
Right. Yeah, and I still think you're going to see a number of those guys go to Penn State. Just because that's where
Messenbrink would have been easy. Easy.
you think so.
No one was recruiting him. No one.
You're
That's why
right.
he was
You're right.
going to Cal Bap.
Dude, imagine if he still was at Cal Bap. I would like that. I forgot about that too. Man, better days. Shut down the portal, right? Shut it down.
Would the portal really have stopped Messenbrink from going to Penn State? No.
Probably not. Probably not. Imagine that though. That would be. This is not a good idea at all. But imagine a situation where it's like, okay, I'm committed to this school out of high school, and I'm locked in. No matter how good I improve after I've committed, that would suck.
Why
Glad
would
that's
that
not
suck?
the case. Because you're making this choice at the age of 18, and it's
things
just
change.
Things change. Dude.
I know, but you'll always you have the there's you graduate, you have the opportunity to go somewhere else. It's always been that way. I mean,
yes.
the portal just made it easier, but you've always been able to transfer.
Yeah. He was talking. I thought he was saying that you only get one choice and you're locked in. That's what Sammy was saying.
Because of the portal?
No. I thought he was creating a scenario where imagine if whatever school you commit, you have to graduate from that school. I thought that's what he was saying.
That's what I was basically saying. And like I said, there's just a lot wrong with that because your visit versus what the actual experience is like those are two rapid, wildly different things. And
not only that, but how many guys are most of the time you're committing to a coach and not really a program.
Right, because I mean those are two. Both of those things need to play in heavily, but it is so much easier for you to get an understanding of what a coach is like in a visit than it is for you to understand what a team and what a culture and what an experience of being on that team is like. One takes longer than the other, but both still take a good amount of time. But it's also not like that's going to get better if you go to a different school. So yeah, that's
the thing where I'm at. Okay, with this whole deal, the grass is going to be greener where you water it.
Yep.
It's not always greener on the other side.
No, but sometimes the grass isn't turning green because you have awful ground.
Yeah, bad soil.
If that makes sense. Bad soil.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say
foundation.
Shit ground, but if you have shit ground, it's probably going to grow pretty well. So.
Yeah. Well, it can't all be shit. Some of it's got to be soil.
Right. If it's total crap, then you got to have just a little bit of crap.
Then you're just growing psychedelic mushrooms.
Right. No psilocybin. Not today. Okay. So what do we have moving forward?
Christmas.
We do have Christmas, and we are all going to be in Kansas next week. And I was hoping that we could get an episode, all three of us together in one space. In that space in particular, the barn.
Oh, we can do one in the barn.
You want to do one in the barn?
Sick.
I think it's a good idea.
A true barn session.
An actual barn session. I think it would be a great idea. So, we might try and do that this upcoming week.
Oh, it's happening.
I was talking about wrestling.
We got the collegiate duels that I'm going to go to by myself.
Ryan's going to Nashville all on his own. He'll be our on the ground correspondent for the National Collegiate Duels.
I wanted to go. I want to go so bad to Nashville, but I have no friends or brothers that love me.
I would happily go. I'm just unfortunately traveling to Kansas at the exact same time.
I know. I don't blame you at all. I just blame the wuss.
You guys don't want to go camping with me, so
plan it, Reese. Plan the trip.
Sammy won't do it.
Sammy will do it.
Look at his face.
I'll drag him.
I'll do it. No, I was waiting for that. I will do it. You just got to get me there. You just got to get me there.
It's got to do all the work.
Yeah, you just got to basically put me in a car. Maybe I'll do a little bit of driving. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. And then that's really it.
Well, where do you want to go camp at, Reese? You want to camp in the mountains?
The Rocky Mountains.
We should We should plan this later.
See.
I want to plan it now.
We can plan it right now. We just have to stop recording because I don't want to spend time on our podcast talking about what our camping trip is going to be.
Okay.
I don't know if that's crazy for me to say, but
that is kind of crazy. You don't think people are interested in camping?
No, I don't think so.
That's
You
really
really want to risk your life for your first camping trip, Reese?
So short-sighted, Sammy. You're wrong. I will just tell you that right now. People love camping. A lot more people like camping than they do wrestling.
He's probably right.
I don't.
No, he's probably right.
Maybe.
Listen, if you had to draw a Venn diagram, all right, the circle for camping is going to be a lot bigger than the circle for wrestling. But there are people that like
diagrams.
Both. There are people that like both, and that's our audience. Okay, so let's talk about camping.
All right, let's go camp in.
You make a pie chart, Sammy. Let me break it down for you. You make a pie chart.
Camping is cherry pie, and wrestling is like pumpkin pie. Okay?
That's right. That's pie charts.
That's pie charts.
All right. So let's go camping. Can I decide where we're going to camp?
Oh, what are you going to say?
Let's go camp outside Kazakhstan on December 20th through 22nd, where we will be seeing Spencer Lee, Joey McKenna, David Carr, and JILO wrestling.
The Asian Steps?
At the Kunayev tournament in Kazakhstan.
Yeah, let me get my passport.
I don't think they allow camping.
Look,
it's pretty strict from what I've heard.
It's an opportunity to see Spencer Lee wrestle, and I'm excited for that.
It's an opportunity to see Spencer Lee wrestle.
I want to camp down by the river.
In a van? Is he going to be in a van?
We could be in a van down by the river.
You camp in a van? You going to do a little van camp?
All right, let's put the old man on the podcast.
Right now?
No,
okay.
Absolutely not.
I can't put him on because I don't have a speaker.
He loses.
Don't worry. If he's calling you, that means he'll definitely be calling one of us next.
It may be related to the errand he wanted me to do today.
Yeah. The longer we wait, the less and less of a filter he has as a person. And so I guess if we're going to ever get him on the podcast, we have to get him on soon. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. But it's going to be a slow upcoming week for wrestling because we have Christmas and other holiday festivities coming around. So after that, I think the things that we have to look forward to are Midlands, the Soldier Salute, and the Southern Scuffle. So, and again, this upcoming weekend, as Ryan said, will be the National Collegiate Duels. I think we see what, like Penn State, Ohio State, Rutgers, Binghamton,
Mizzou
schools like that. I think. I don't remember what all schools go to it, but let me see if I can.
Yeah,
Ryan,
you can look it up. It's right there. You got it.
It's right there. Okay.
You got it. You don't need me. You got it.
Just reach out.
I got it. Where is it?
It's right there.
Collegiate events, Journeyman Wrestling, Uncivil War, the Jersey Jostle, and the Collegiate Wrestling Duels. Ohio State, Iowa State, UNC, and Lock Haven. Binghamton, Penn State, Missouri, and Little Rock. Okay, so no Rutgers. We will see matchups such as Ohio State versus North Carolina, Ohio State versus Lock Haven, Ohio State versus Iowa State, and Penn State versus Binghamton, Penn State versus Little Rock, and Penn State versus Missouri. So we don't get to see, I guess Penn State and Ohio State are going to duel during the Big Ten season. But yeah, I mean, the most interesting duel matchups are Penn State, Missouri, and Ohio State, Iowa State, right? So I guess
Penn State, Missouri is fire.
Is it?
Well, they're one weight specifically, I guess.
74?
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah. And then, I mean, Little Rock will have two good matchups against Penn State.
But not as good as the one.
I mean, Nasir Bailey, Braden Davis, and then Stephen Little, Josh Barr. Those are good.
Josh Barr is going to probably beat up
I'm actually more excited for Stephen Little, Josh Barr than I am.
Well, that's because you're ignorant.
I'm excited
How is that ignorant?
That's an ignorant take. I don't know how else to put it. That's dumb.
I think Reese is trolling.
I'm
right
not
now.
even trolling. What do you mean?
I'm just more
Which
excited
is a
for it.
more how?
Because I kind of felt like I've already
one is
seen
two
Keegan
NC
versus Levi Haynes. Oh, wait a minute! I have seen it before.
No,
Oh,
you didn't. You saw it in freestyle.
It was close.
Oh,
it was close to the same kind of match.
Okay. On the backside of a freestyle tournament, yeah, you saw
I'm just saying.
Levi Haynes versus Keegan O'Toole.
I'm just saying. It's okay for me to be excited to see Stephen Little and Josh Barr a little bit more than Keegan and Levi Haynes.
You're more excited because you're being argumentative.
You're a baby.
Yes, I'm a baby. Sure.
I'm more excited to see Nasir Bailey and Braden Davis. I think that'll be a fun match, right?
Then Keegan O'Toole and Levi Haynes.
I'm just trying to be contrarian. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Both of you are being contrarians. It's pretty awesome, dude. Okay, let's take a poll. How about that? Let's take a poll for the listeners. What is the more exciting match?
Fellas,
I just feel like I already know what's going to happen in the Levi Haynes Keegan O'Toole match.
Well, tell me what's going to happen so you can be proven wrong when it happens.
I feel like Levi Haynes is going to get to the legs a lot and possibly pick Keegan O'Toole up in the air to finish, because that's how you got to finish against a guy like Keegan O'Toole. And yeah. Or maybe Keegan this time makes some adjustments and does go basic defense. But
two guesses.
Or we won't even see the match at all.
Or we won't see he's covered all his bases.
Yeah. Well, except for the one where Keegan wins. Did he say Keegan would win?
I think that was the second one.
All I'm saying, I like seeing Josh Barr against more and more of this top competition.
He's gonna give Stephen Little the smoke, bro. Chill out.
Is he?
Yes.
Stephen Little's good.
So is Michael Beard.
I'm interested.
Right,
I think
guess what? Josh Barr and Stephen Little have both beaten Michael Beard. So suck a wiener.
Oh, look at this guy.
I think.
No, it's crazy. It's crazy, Reese, that you're shitting on people just because they're like, oh, actually, I'm a little bit more excited for this match, and you're all
because I know why you're doing it. I know why you're doing it.
I'm not doing it for any reason, Reese. I was being genuine, 100%, and you're out here making assumptions. Okay. I was 100% being genuine.
Pretty
I'm not shitting
yourself.
you. I'm offended because you're being a dick, dude.
Okay.
Are you not?
I was being a little bit of a dick.
Okay.
I
was being genuine. I was like, I'm a little bit more excited to see. I mean, and that's okay. Why is it such a big deal for me to be more excited for one match than the other? Why does that offend you so much?
I don't think he was offended. I think he just didn't believe you.
I didn't believe you, and also I do think it's dumb. I'm sorry.
Well, there you go.
He just doesn't agree with it.
No, he thinks it's dumb. He thinks it's dumb, Sam.
I do think it's dumb because you're comparing two
I think your
NCAA.
Opinions are dumb.
Okay, that's fine, but
I think
the people would agree with me.
I don't care, Reese. It's an opinion. I'm sorry. I'm more excited to see Josh Barr against more elite competition.
No, you don't have to apologize, but I don't have to apologize either for what I said.
I mean, it's not cool.
Yeah, sorry. I guess.
I mean, how would you feel if roles were reversed here, Reese?
I mean, if you told me I was dumb for thinking Stephen Little versus Josh Barr is more exciting than.
I didn't say the match was going to be more. See, and this is where you're getting it twisted.
No, that's not what I was. You're twisting. That's not what I meant either. I just meant you're more excited. You're more excited for one match versus the other. That's what I meant. I don't know.
Okay. Well, that's not what you just said.
Okay.
All right. Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.